Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my channel. Hope you had a great trading day yesterday. And we'll start with S&P 500. We'll review Nasdaq and also Dow Jones and Russell 2000. We'll review crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum. We'll review all commodities, and at the end, we'll wrap up with big fag stock. And please hit the like button before you go further. I will really appreciate it. It's a thumbs up button. Just takes you 1 second to hit the like. All right, thank you guys. So we'll start with SPX. I will be a little bit quick today. So we have this cycle analysis is following perfectly. You can see cycle bottom is today. So and if I look at live MES chart, you can see we're getting a little bit dip. So I think that's in line with what I'm expecting. So you can see so today we will probably bottom. All right. So we bottomed a couple of days ago. I think it could be lower high before we go higher. And the cycle analysis is stopping here around mid of May. So we have a couple of weeks of rally coming along. We also have earnings today, Google and Microsoft. So that will also tell us how things will go. But overall, looking like we are gonna get a rally. So this is probably the bottoming phase. Do not try to short here. So we bottom here today and then we rally. All right. So we rally and then there's a period of risk which is coming from mid-May until end of May. All right. And also at the same time this blue cycle is also coming. So both cycles are ending. So that's a period of risk here. But for now I'm looking for a rally to happen very, very soon. And I know Netflix earnings for bad, but that doesn't really matter much because S&P 500 is 500 stocks, not just Netflix. All right, this is left side is day trading chart only to be used for day trading. Red lines are sell lines, green lines are the buy lines. If you want to know more about that, you can subscribe to my channel, YouTube icon, red icon link. Click on it and subscribe. You can see we are getting closer to buy zone. All right, so let me add a MES chart on the right side. This is daily chart. Near resistances, near this yellow line, which is 50 EMA, finding resistance there a little bit lower. So I think it's going to recover today. After Netflix earnings, it's going to have a higher low and then go higher. And right now it's also in the buy zone. I'll show you Nasdaq. It's near buy zone. So here you go. It's on the here and then SPY. There's a gap also here around 500 to be precise, 500.82, down 0.64%. I think they're going to go fill this gap and then bounce. All right, so that's what I'm expecting on SPY and Nasdaq. You can see Nasdaq on the left side came to the buy zone yesterday after Netflix dump around 6 p.m. and then around this morning around 2:30 a.m. was in the buy zone. Now if it comes again in the buy zone around 17,400, so that's the buy zone, so you should be looking to buy. Again, same thing, we have an 8 count buy signal a couple of days ago. Now we're making a high low and then I'm looking for a bounce on Nasdaq as well. Now if I look at triple Qs just to see if there are any gaps there, triple Qs here, there's a gap all the way down around 419, so it could come a little bit lower around 419, let's say 420 to fill that gap, and then it's going to bounce. There's also a gap around 445, so keep that in mind. Russell 2000 and Dow Jones. So Dow Jones is already touching buy zone. As we're speaking, you can freeze anytime this channel and take a screenshot of these levels. It's in the buy zone right now. As we're speaking, looking for a bounce. Russell 2000 is near sell zone, actually coming closer to neutral zone right now. Tesla, massive pump after earnings and in the sell zone right now. Massive gap up. Actually, I have to correct this. This is not the gap anymore. We have to lower the gap like here. I'll fix it after the video. But anyhow, so you can see now facing resistance on this 20 moving average on a daily chart. We had divergence, high low on PPO, high low on RSI. Price was going lower. It really needs to break out of here, and then to be bullish, I want to see it breaking out of 50 EMA and 50 SMA. Until that happens, we got to be a bit cautious. But short term near sell zone, but there are a couple of gaps up 170, 174, so keep that in mind. Look at gold. Let's look at gold. Is was in the buy zone, touched buy zone again this morning, 11 o'clock, 11 p.m. Last month, sorry, last night, and again yesterday was also in the buy zone. I told all subscribers to buy it here, and now we're getting a bounce. All right, so right now in the neutral zone. Silver is also in the neutral zone on the daily chart, facing resistance on this 20 moving average. Crude oil trying to bounce. Right now it's from neutral zone going towards sell zone, and looking nice. Like there's also this trend line, white trend line, did not go all the far there, but it's finding support on this moving averages, 50 and 50 EMA and 50 SMA. Crude oil, sorry, natural gas is a bit weak, but right now in the buy zone. This could be lower high before it goes higher. Sorry, higher low before it goes higher. Next target 2.189. Dollar index is in the buy zone right now in a resistance. So let's see if it's going to break down here, come lower, or it's going to bounce. So bouncing from the buy zone in the short-term chart. Bitcoin is short-term. I think Bitcoin was in the buy zone. Yeah, Bitcoin is in the buy zone right now. Now the reason Bitcoin came, let me spend like a little bit more time on Bitcoin. So the reason Bitcoin came because BTC chart here, there was a gap and it filled. I was telling everybody there's a gap on 1 hour chart. You can see this gap up happened here and they came back to fill this gap. Okay, so this gap is filled, so you can delete it. And also Ethereum, also this gap is filled. You can see this morning, this gap up, this is also filled. Okay, so you can delete these two gaps as well. So that's the reason Bitcoin was a little bit down, but I think this is perfect time to buy now. And on BTC, let me show you PPO. PPO is tried to cross over green and above red line, but it just dumped after that. Okay, I want to see that cross happen to be bullish again. Still, it's not done, so we'll see whenever that happens. But for now, it's holding its high low. Let's say it needs to really bounce from here. If it doesn't, then we will go lower. But short-term chart is telling me the bounce is coming very, very soon. Ethereum also chart is telling me a bounce is coming very, very soon. Gap is filled, so don't be too bearish on crypto yet. Okay. Toronto Stock Exchange in the neutral zone. Hang Seng Index China is bouncing, closing above these moving averages, 200 EMA and 200 SMA. But again, it really needs to go above that. You can see bounce heavily now near resistance sell zone. There's a gap around 16,935, so keep that in mind. It might come all the way down to fill that gap. Let's quickly wrap up commodities. Copper is in the sell zone. Palladium. Palladium is near neutral zone. Soybeans is in the neutral zone. Sugar is near buy zone for today. Wheat is near sell zone. Massive bounce. It's above all moving averages, which is very. It's a breakout. First time after June 2023 and then July, it's breaking out now. But I could see a little bit pullback. So if you're in profit, look to take profits. Wait for a pullback because even in short term, it's in the sell zone right now. Corn is also nice above all moving averages in the middle neutral line. Let's look at gold miners. GDX is right now a gap is here around 33, 33.99, 34. Let's say maybe it will fill that gap. Also, all these green lines are gap to fill to a downside. All depends on what gold will do. Let's look at mega cap stocks. Google earnings today. Down pre-market 3.2% in the buy zone, so I wouldn't recommend shorting here. I think I'm expecting a bounce in the morning. Microsoft is down also in the buy zone as we're talking. Amazon is also in the buy zone. Meta, after a big dump in the buy zone, obviously fell below third standard deviation, now trying to recover a little bit. There's a gap here around 397. Maybe I think it wants to fill that gap. That's his target. So let's see what Meta does in the morning. Netflix is also in the buy zone. All these mega cap stocks are in the buy zone after dump of Netflix. Snowflex is in the neutral zone. NVDA is holding nicely, but it was in the buy zone yesterday. You can see here closed in the buy zone at the end of the day. There was a gap. It's trying to fill that. And AVGO, let's see, AVGO is in the neutral zone. AMD also is in the neutral zone right now. There are a couple of gaps it wants to fill probably. We'll see. All these lines are yellow gaps to fill. DDOG is also in the neutral zone going towards buy zone. 122.18 is the gap to fill. All right, let's look at Shopify to end. Shopify here in in the neutral zone right now. Was in the sell zone, but massive dump yesterday. Came from buy zone to sell zone, now in the neutral zone. And let's quickly look at VIX. VIX is up 3%. Let's see if it can crush here, fill this gap. 13, that will be very bullish for stock market, but if it goes higher, then it's going to be bearish. So let's see how it does. But remember, there's a gap. Eventually, it will be filled. And if you can hold stocks, I think it's going to keep going higher and VIX will eventually crush. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Hopefully you liked it. Please hit the like button on your way out and I will see you later. Bye.